Well, good afternoon. It is approaching the close. Right now it's about 12:55 Central Time. This is a day, a negative day for all commodity markets because of the recent threats coming from the administration, from Trump, with regard to ramping up tariffs against China. I think some frustration over a lack of progress, that being enough progress being made to satisfy the administration. We're reading that last week the Chinese started backing up on some things that they had previously agreed to. And out of frustration, I think the administration is trying to bring this thing to a head by threatening to ramp up sanctions on over $300 billion worth of goods, 25% tariffs. So that's really the story. It's creating a very negative atmosphere today in all markets. Now, I'll tell you this, many of these markets, although they were hit very hard and sold off a lot early, many of them have come back. They're still down, but they've come well off those lows. So there is some element of stability here. We're not really seeing it yet in cotton. Cotton has a tendency to be slower than anything else to run the course when we have corrections. Probably going to prove true again, whether it's today or tomorrow or whenever. It's going to take a little longer for this thing to bottom. But looking at cotton, we've got July cotton right now down 244 at 73.24 with a high of 75.20 and a low of 73.02. We have December cotton down 180 at 72.65. July soybeans down 13 at 8.29. It did get down to 8.16 3/4, so almost 13 cents off the low. November soybeans down 13.5 at 8.41.5. July corn down 6 3/4 at 3.64. It did get down to 3.55.5 at one point, so about 9 cents off of its low in corn. December corn down 6 at 3.81 3/4. July wheat down 2.5 lower at 4.35.5. It had gotten down to 4.28 at one point. The high is 4.39.5. Looking at the outside markets, they've stabilized. Crude oil earlier was down quite a bit. Right now it's up 65 cents a barrel. The dollar down 20, gold up $1, silver down 6, so that's fairly stable, all things considered. The Dow Jones was down almost 500 when it opened this morning. Right now it's down 198. I think people are just nervous. We saw a lot of people getting out of positions this morning, and right now people are just kind of holding steady to see the next news that might be coming out of Washington, whether it be negative, which would create more of a sell-off across the board, or whether we see some moderation of the news and we can possibly see these markets start to firm back up. That's the kind of market we're in. Super volatile, so just be prepared for that. That's it. We'll talk to you tomorrow.